We don't have own criteria that prevents us from having good professional, personal, and family relationship. We usually talk about having common sense, but nobody talk about having their own sense or their own criteria. Understanding that we need to develop our own criteria must be the basis for all personal and professional growth. While we normally see everyone with different criteria, but few manage to achieve their own criteria. Hello, I'm Robinson Arévalo. Welcome to a new issue of Vida Universo Mente. The topic I for today is my own criteria, how we can develop it, and also how we can realize that we don't have it. In this video, I will give you the basis and the examples. Stay with us. Let's analyze together to what degree you have your own criteria. I just want to remind you to subscribe to this channel. It's free, and to share this video and like it. We live in consumer cultures which can have advantage but a high cost. One of them is undoubtedly the progressive annulment of one's criteria. We consume without knowing the truth, which implies that in most cases we don't question or curious to know it, which generate the cancellation of our intellectual faculties. We unconsciously become consumers of other principles and not generator of our own principles. If we realize it at a professional level, no employer will bid on someone who doesn't have their own criteria. It's fact that having your own criteria is key. That also fulfills the own criteria an important role in the relation of couple, friendship, and family. And this happens because people with their own criteria are exciting, challenging, surprising, and make us stay alive and awake. Like Morris, you clearly seem to know what you're saying. With this video, I want to shed a beam of light on the incredible potential of the generation, construction, and training of your own criteria. First, we're going to see the basis of the own criteria. We say that someone has their own criteria when we observe in that person clear judgment and decision that give that person authority and respect. Also, when we observe coherence in what he says, what will always give us the impression that that person is someone stable, worthy of being attended or listening to them, we admire it. For the construction of the own criteria that we must begin to build, because in reality it's to build from zero everything. It's to renew ourselves and it's to see life again, no longer in a way dependent of the ideas of others, but it will be on. Then we see that we must seek first to develop. Makes sense. What this means, because we must work for a cause and not to be applauded. Another important point that we must work on is self-affirmation. We're going to work here since the evaluation of what one is and not having the values of other people. The main thing that we keep in mind is persistence, to endure until the end of the work of something concrete. Choose something concrete, work on it constantly, insist repeatedly, hold until the end and finish it so that in the future you feel proud. Self-judgment, also deal with presence. You have to be there with what we do, and this time not an any other, what will depend only on what we do now. A pause to remember like this video, to subscribe it if you have not done yet. It is free. Share this video with your friends. I'm Robinson Arévalo and this is your channel, Vida Universo Mente. Living in the present means that we're doing it and that same time for the future. Another important part is acceptance. What you deny out this, you, what you accept transform you. We cannot control everything. We must work from ourselves to improve ourselves and at the same time not to improve others. You're not responsible for that. Nor should we confuse acceptance with resignation. A point that seemed to me that we must take into account in a high percentage is responsibility. To answer for the action, we must recognize what we know and dare if lead what is truly known. I think the basis of growth and the construction of a good criterion is self-criticism. We must bear in mind that we're growing human and that we're in a school learning everything in new and therefore we can make mistakes. In the construction of our own criteria, it must teach us that everything is learning. There is no teacher who isn't a discipline. This maxim always accompanies me. You cannot know everything and it will never be necessary either. Compassion. Having your own judgment doesn't mean that we all know it and we must beat another. Understanding someone's state of growth consists of respecting both your own criteria and so that you don't need to impose it. How can train on criteria? We must train that sense. Be true to your own intuition without sticking to the letter. Try to make sense of what you do, what you like, your decision, to your behavior, to evaluate each act you do and recognize yourself if you are wrong or not. Train self-criticism. The most accurate training to improve our capacity for self-criticism is questioning. We can question everything from the simplest to the most complex. Analyze it. Words spoken have no value. Today I say one thing, tomorrow another. Rational logic is no listening. No even common sense unless they own criteria. When we act in that swing, the only thing we're giving up is to be. We've lost all the objective vision of life because money buys everything. We cannot, a human being, continue living without our personal criteria, with our arms crossed, allowing other people to direct our life. We must run away from those life buyers. We cannot continue devaluing our existence. We must enhance the culture of life, seek self-love, internalize ourselves more to love others. Donate rather than get into debt, share cakes before breaking cakes, comfort rather than devastate, build before destroy. Cultivating should be more important. We cannot limit ourselves only to the biological, psychological, or social vision. We must seek full dignity, which is a full right. We must get rid of the idea that as human beings we are an object. Let us seek to grow the art of thinking judiciously. Let us reflect, find time for ourselves, look in the mirror, set ourselves to the purpose of knowing ourselves more and taking judgment. We live too much of a lie in our daily life. The media is big lie. Having judgment will help us see the truth. True understanding is seeing things as they are. That is why it's so difficult to understand each other, because we don't want to accept our truths. What is the use of living apparently? If we don't live according to reality, what is the use of letting ourselves move like puppets? Try to analyze everything. He doesn't allow himself to be bossed around. Well, up to here, I hope you have been able to reflect on your life. How much on your own judgment do you have? How puppet are you of others? How dependent are you on the opinion of others? How do you act when you're going to make a decision? In short, many questions we can ask ourselves. Remember to like this video, to subscribe it if you have not done yet. It is free. Share this video with your friends. I'm Robinson Arévalo, and this is your channel, Vida Universo Mente. To the next time.